Hi, this is Martin Masry from masterquery.com. In this video, we're going to give you some tips on using the web application. Okay. When you come in to search for the first time, by default, the system user is loaded his queries. Okay. So we have the data fields on the left. Now, unfortunately, in the web application, as opposed to the rich client, we just have to type. So if we want to add a field, we just have to type it in. Okay, so if I were to add that field, I would also always recommend leaving a trailing comma. This is one of the most common mistakes with this application, is missing the comma in your delimited comma. So always leave a trailing comma, so it doesn't hurt anything. Our parser will be able to handle it. Okay, system queries are meant to be edited. You can run them as is, but you can fine tune them too. You can change them to your needs. Okay. Alright, well, let's get on to some navigation issues. Okay, I'll go ahead and I'll reload this page. Okay, by default, this results to new window is unchecked. What that's going to do is that if I execute this query, it's going to put it into the same tab or the same window, depending on how your browser is configured. So if I am in the search results window, if I were to click on one of the links, it's going to take me to the snapshot window. So the progression is search results, snapshot. So I'm 2 levels deep into my search. Now if I were to hit search again, it's going to reload the original search. So if I had changed anything, as you can see, the field that I put in there is gone because it reloaded this. I could have hit back a couple times, and if you didn't go too far forward, you may be able to preserve that. Apparently I did. Okay? But what is recommended is hitting the results to new window. If you check this box and now you execute it, you'll see that the results go to a new browser, a new tab, or a new browser window, depending again how your browser is configured. Now if that was checked and you're in your search results page, you can go ahead and click on a link and it's going to open up in a new window. So now you can see our 3 levels. We have our search, we have our search results, and we have our snapshot. Okay. Now from here I could go ahead and load a different symbol. I'll just click on one of these. And you can see I have DRV located up on the screen here. And I have all www located here. Okay. So once you're done with the data and you have the new window checked, just close the window. You're done. You don't need it anymore. Close it down because it opens up a lot of windows. Now what can be useful is to open up a new window, and if you want to see the results of what you just ran, just hover your mouse over the search and it'll put it up it'll show you the query that's running in that window. I'll go ahead and I'll load a different query. And I'll run that, and we can see that that query is different than this query. Okay, so they have different results. Okay, but now what can be useful, let's say you wanted to have two search windows. Well, what I can do is I can click search here, and it's going to put search in the second tab. So I have a search here and a search here. Now I may want to work on 2 queries at the same time to see the results. Okay, so that could be useful. If you find that confusing, just close down all your search windows when you're done with them, and you can just use one tab as your main switchboard. Okay? Okay, well that's it. Now when you have a lot of data, we go ahead and we load our column headers every 20 rows. So you can scroll and you can see the data with the column headers. Okay? Or you can page. Now notice the row numbers. This is 1 through 20, and this is going to be 21 through 40, and this is going to be 41 through 60, if there were 60. Well, if I go ahead and I'll just go ahead and load some data. I know I have 100 records here. I can load, there's page 1, page 2, page 3, and so on. Okay? Actually, this one gave me a little bit more than 100 records because I have fewer columns in this particular query. So I have 111 queries. 111 records. Okay, so you can scroll or you can page, whatever you like. Alright, And finally, we work very hard to keep our data clean, but there is a massive amount of data that we have to deal with. So if you do find erroneous data, and maybe we missed a split, or just some bad data for the day, just go ahead and click on Report Data Errors, and we'd really appreciate it if you'd give us the date and the symbol of the error you found. It would really help us to keep it clean. We do depend on our users to help us keep the data clean. Okay, well, with that said, hopefully you are finding this application useful. Thanks for visiting masterquery.com, and take care.